Hey world changers and chain breakers, Jessica Manuel here for my third home-based video on breaking the chain. Today I want to switch it up and talk about the chain of depression. I think this is such a heavy topic for some people to talk about, and I think it's something that needs to be talked about. We all almost define depression as a science. We think that it's something that comes and goes through medication and that it's particular and concise and defined the same in everyone. But it's not. We all live in a world full of depression. And it's important to recognize what that looks like for you. In my life, I've noticed that there's times when I would limit the best people in my life, putting myself in a position to be in their presence because I felt like I had nothing to offer. There was times when going for coffee felt like a marathon because I didn't want to be vulnerable enough to people asking questions. Now looking back, I noticed that I shut those people out because I felt inadequate about something. I felt like there was something that I needed to work out in order to be freely happy like them. But what I didn't realize was that if only that I surrounded myself with the key of community, that those chains would be broken. It's important to realize that the most successful people, the CEOs and the principals and the people that you look up to can also fall into deep depression, almost more so than anybody else. They fill their life with busyness. They run from one task to the next. And I've done this too, where I feel it because I'm not comfortable with silence. I'm not comfortable with just who I am. That I fill it with work. I fill it with a relationship. I fill it with something to distract myself. Some people do it with drugs and alcohol. I do it to temporarily take care of the issue in my heart. And that's, in definition, depression as well. So when do you know that you are receiving true happiness? Are you able to look back on your life and be okay with what you've been through? Are you vulnerable enough to be transparent with everything that's going on in your life and not feeling like people are going to judge you by what you have to say? Are you walking in a way where you never want to burden people with those words or those thoughts because you know how it feels? Are you encouraging people? Are you forcefully putting yourself out there so that you can build somebody else up? Because that's true happiness. And people miss the mark all the time. We distract ourselves with social media. We set up expectations through celebrities and through idolization and almost to the point where we think we're not good enough because somebody else is better. But how come we can't be good with who we are? And how come we don't take the time to find out who we are? Because we all have talent. We all have gifts. We all have a deep and rooted desire. And we are being selfish by not sharing it with people. I've realized that the times when I was dark, that's when I needed to rely on people the most. That's when I needed to be okay with not putting on a mask and pretending I was happy so that I would protect myself from rejection or questions, but that I had to take it off in order so that people could see my heart and people could get at the root of the issue. So there's no medication that can fix depression. You're in control of breaking the chains. You hold the key all the time. And that key is reflection, that key is community, and that key is just being you. So if you like this video, and if it hit you, and if it made sense, or if you think it might make sense for somebody else, please share it. My objective here is just to share my heart and share what I believe I've equipped myself with through my experiences, and maybe it helped you. I will be posting videos every Saturday with more keys and more chains. And if you like this, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next week.